All right, so now we are replacing the pump oil on the general pump, and we kind of have our own little system here. Just have like this little parts bin that I cut out a little notch in, and I cut a hole at the bottom, and I kind of take off one of these rubber grommets. So what you're gonna do is stick this underneath. That's the drain plug right there. Stick this underneath and then line up the hole with the hole in the machine. So it should all just go down into this tray we got underneath. And I'm actually gonna raise this side of the pressure washer a little bit so that it's angled towards the drain. All right, so this is a little bit tricky. Sometimes when you pull that bolt out, it comes out super fast. So you gotta actually kind of plug the hole with your finger and just let it out little by little. You don't want this little plastic thing to overflow. You want it all to go down through the hole and down into here. So I'm gonna get that. It's okay if the plug falls in. Okay, so now you see I have it plugged with my finger. Make sure that it stays. Okay, now I'm gonna let my finger off a little bit. All right, and it looks like it's not gonna have enough to overflow it now. So we're just gonna let that empty out all the way. You can also, once it gets a little lower, you can pick up the back to help it kind of empty that last bits out. As you can see down inside there, it's all just going through that little hole and down underneath to the collection container. So we'll just give that another few minutes. All right, we're gonna go ahead and put the drain plug back in there. So get this out of the way. It's a little tight quarters in here, but not too bad. Fit the socket in there and just kind of tighten it back up. All right, so next thing we're gonna do is just refill it with the pump oil. We are going to use, we usually either use Comet pump oil or the Cat. For this one, I'm just gonna use the Comet. So you're gonna take off this here. This is where you fill it up from. Also it has a dipstick. What you want to do is where the sight glass is, you want to fill it up to where it's like just barely above this middle red dot here. So sometimes it takes a while, like you'll pour some in and it will take a while for the level to rise. So don't pour too fast. All right, we're about a quart in. As you can see, it's still a little under the red dot. As you're pouring, you also have to be careful. You have to kind of pour slowly because it will back up and overflow this funnel. It's still kind of going up slowly, but we're gonna need a little bit more. All right, we got our level where we want it, and we got the plug put back in, the dipstick. So this machine is ready for many more hours of faithful service to Gleam Team.